real quick. So I was building with one of my sisters that's heavy into Egyptology. She has the name Isis tattooed on her arm along with the Ankh or something like that. She used to be a Christian, and then she was telling me that she's happy now that she's calling on African gods like Isis and Osiris. And I was like, actually, you're not calling on African gods or our ancestors. And she was like, how do you come to that conclusion? And I told her, well, the invaders came into Africa and introduced their Hellenistic gods, but they just used African names. She was confused. She didn't understand where I was going with it. She was like, what? Tell me more. I got to hear more about this. So I said, they moved us away from saying Anubu, which is the true Tamarian name, and now have you calling on Anubis. She was like, no, they're the same name, the same gods. I was telling her, I was like, no, sis, they're not. Just listen. They fooled us into thinking that it's the same. But Anubu is not Anubis, and Asaru is not Osiris, and Aset is not Isis. These names you're calling on are Hellenistic spiritual forces. These are actually military invading forces. She couldn't believe it. Her eyes began to wander. She was looking at me and she was looking to the side. I knew her mind was ticking. I knew she'll begin to open up because overall she's an intelligent woman. So I told her, Google this on your phone. She took out her phone, and then I continued to explain to her that the Romans had what was called masquerades, and they would dress up in togas and wear the mask of the African ancestors and mascots of the university. I said, Google it. You'll see statues of Anubis in the Vatican. So she took her phone and she Googled it, and yep, Anubis popped up. And I said, look at the photo of Anubis. What is he wearing? And she was looking at me. She was like, a toga and what? I was like, a toga, girl? A toga is a distinctive garment of Rome. This indicates this is not African. This is in the Vatican Museum located in Rome. They call him Herm Anubis. This is who they're talking about. So when they say the god Anubis, you're invoking on that spirit. Her eyes opened, and then she was like, wow. I was like, there's more to it. So there you thinking you're conscious, you're woke, you're not calling on Jesus anymore. And she was kind of confused, but then had a slight attitude, was like, what does the name Jesus have to do with it? And I was like, girl, say the name Jesus. And then she was like, what? And I said, just say it. And so she rolled her eyes again, and she was like, Jesus. And I said, okay, now say Anubis. And she still had that like look. And then she was like, Anubis. Okay, I said the name, Jesus, Anubis. Now what? I just laughed. I said, that's the same spirit force. Listen to the ending. Osiris, Isis, Horus, Jesus, Toys R Us. I mean, they played us. We were spellbound by the Roman Greek Hellenists. Remember, language is key, and with their language, they have cast spells on us. Let it spell words, words make sentences, and have our minds locked in a prison, serving a life sentence. Use the Atonist Karassian key to unlock the prison that our minds are in. To get more on this topic, pick up the book Identity Theft, The Blessing versus the Curse at www.journeyhomegroup.com.